Hi everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. Well, following on from my pruning video on the plant behind me, that is Cornus Kousa White Dame. It's one of those, isn't it? You do your pruning, and what are you going to do with all the stuff? Do you just chuck it in a bin, or do you attempt to use some of it for cutting material? Try and get some more plants of the ones that you actually like. So let's turn the camera around, have a little look. Okay then, so I have just done a video, finished a video on how to prune a Cornus Kousa type shrub, namely this one. So this one is White Dame. The Cornus Kousas are flowering dogwoods, as opposed to the nice colourful stem dogwoods that most people think of when you say Cornus. But the bonus with these is they produce from all these buds what looks like a flower. It's actually a modified leaf called a bract, but they produce an abundance of those as the plant gets more mature. So having just pruned the shrub, which incidentally doesn't need a lot of pruning, I've ended up with just this small amount of sticks, if you like, which, yes, I could just stick them straight into the bin, won't really be missed, or, as is my preferred option, I'm going to use some of them for some cutting material, because quite frankly, that shrub there, when it comes out into its flowering form, is absolutely stunning, and I would actually like to have another one of them, but can't really afford to buy another one, certainly not that size. So something, let me stand up and get back. Something that size now, which you're looking at least about 6 or 7 foot spread, 6 foot high, you're going to be talking about £400 to £500, even at the size that I bought it for originally, which is up to that level. Well, that was about £250, and I love plants, so I will sort of spend money if I feel I need to. Anyway, it would be lovely to grow some more for ourselves, or myself. So how are we going to do it? Okay, this time of year, so we're in the middle of February, and the plants that you can do your propagation from this time of year, they are affectionately known as hardwood cuttings. So you are discarding this stuff, so that would be classed as a semi-ripe cutting, although you can use semi-ripe wood, but at this time of year, hardwood cuttings are the way to go. So slightly differently, really you want long stems that can be cut to form sections of about 8-9 inches long. So stuff like that is absolutely no use whatsoever, so we'll be discarding that. Most of this lot, well, I had already sorted it out. Most of that lot is going to be fine, and again, when you start going through it, you want some stuff where it's going to be a reasonable thickness as well, and the thicker the stems, well, pencil thickness in terms of stem size is absolutely perfect. So let's set the camera up and we can have a look together. Right, okay, so we're needing something that's going to be 8 or 9 inches in length, and really that is from the point of the cut, or the base cut, to the top. Something like that is going to be too thick, so we'll just get rid of that. I've got rid of all the spindly stuff already, and so you then start looking at some of this, and where you want to be pruning to, so you need a set of buds that you'd be pruning just below and then above. and then you can then have a rough look as to whether that will serve purpose, which I don't really fancy that, to be honest. Something like that though, on the other hand, is perfect, because you can do the prune just above the leaf joints there. We've still got a decent section that we can work with, and actually removing these smaller growths to the top, that one there will give you a section, and that's ideal, so that will be fine. And so let's just go through and have a little look as to what we can do. Right, next stage then. So we know where the top is. Make an angled cut, so it's cut downwards, so in that way you know which way the top is and which way the bottom is. So you're cutting through that top bud, and so because it produces these multi-shoots, you end up with something like that. So just taking the tops out, or tip out across that formed bud on the top, like so. You've got your cuttings, hormone rooting compound, so you can use either a powder, which this one is, or a gel type. Try and give them a good old coating, and it will stick to the base, because obviously the sap is sticky. So we start off like that, give it a good old coating like so. Right, so that's the sticks prepared. There we are. Let's go and have a look at the planting hole. Right, okay, so for this, just wants basically planting in the soil. So I've dug a small trench behind the plant itself. If it's not free draining, then you can add a layer of sand to the base. Indeed, you can try growing them in a container as well, but I'd rather do them into the ground. And you can either set them out with an inch or two between each one, or you could lump them all together as a bundle. So what I'm doing, I'm just setting them out on a slight angle, about inch spacing, and they have gone in there so that they will be covered about 2/3 ish of their height. So just cover them over, not that bit, cover them over, give them a like tamper down, like so. Let's get a bit more in front. So it's nice firm around, firm between. So you want to make sure you've got good soil contact, obviously going to be around all the stem, and that's how they're going to be left. And the key really is to make sure that they don't dry out during the summer period, and hopefully, fingers crossed, by the autumn of this year you'll have some cuttings that will be producing some root obviously below, and hopefully some bud or growth to the top. I guess we'll find out in, well, another 9 months time. So that's it done. That is the practical theory element of this video all done. Hopefully by the end of the year I'll have some viable plants, and hopefully you guys will as well. If you're not quite sure on what to do or how to do it, then by all means send me a message, you know, that's on this video or anything else. Send me a message and I'll do my very best to answer your questions for you. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos that I'm doing. And I do always say it, but you know, just have fun, try experimenting, which includes doing the propagation bits. Try experimenting, see how you get on, and you know, we're always learning, so have fun, and till next time, bye for now.